Ever have a classroom of children disappear each single day? As a teacher, I've dealt with lots of things in my classroom. Maybe a child gets ill, maybe a child gets a nosebleed, maybe you'll get bombarded with an army of paper airplanes, but the current class I teach has a very odd and consistent habit of slowly dying off every day and then coming back in the next like nothing happened. The typical day goes as follows. All 22 kids arrive, no 20, because the 20 kid 2 passed away in their sleep. I know this from the hysterical sobbing call I got on the phone every day. And child 21 gets ran over by one of the morning buses. 20 kids arrived at the homeroom, and we stand up to do the Pledge of Allegiance. At the end of the line, and justice for all, a rogue hunter's bullet from the woods strikes kid 20 through the skull. There is no shock from the kids, and I have long since become distant to this routine. So we went on with our morning reading. Kid 19 volunteers to read a section. They slip up and the other kids laugh. Filled with the shame and embarrassment, the kid 19 stabs himself repeatedly with a number 2 pencil. And soon as we finish the story, a bookshelf of heavy books falls and crushes kid 18 into a pile of blood, bone, and tissue. Before you know it, it's recess time, and 4 more kids vanish. Kid 17 is mauled to death by rabid squirrels. Kid 16 expiates on a tetherball rope. Kid 15 falls out of a tree face first to a fairly sizable rock. Kid 14 gets lost in the woods, never to be seen again. Hold recess inside, they say, but it doesn't matter where the recess is held. Those kids will always die. During indoor recess, Kid 17 has a fatal seizure after consuming a toxic plant. Kid 16 expiates with a jump rope. Kid 15 pretends to be King Kong until they trip and impale himself on some sort of toy. Kid 14 asks to go to the bathroom and is never heard from again. Recess ends and math begins. Kid 13 sees a bird outside the window and excitedly runs over to it, but trips and falls out of said window. Kid 12 sneezes so hard that they bash their faces into their desk, causing their nose to bone to broke off and go into their brain. Kid 11 gets electrocuted from the pencil sharpener. Kid 10 complains of a stomach ache. Almost instantly afterwards, they explode, covering the rest of the class in innards again. There is no shock from the students, and only by that point in that day it's time for lunch. Kid 9 chokes to death on a sandwich. Kid 8's milk carton is filled with bleach. Kid 7 has a lethal allergic reaction. Kid 6 slips into a deep fryer. Kid 5 mistakes rat poison for those loose sweets. Eventually, lunch ends with only 4 kids left in our classroom of each day, which, depending on the day of the week, is either science or social studies. But that's not important, nor does it matter. One of the kids throws a paper airplane which pierced the 4th kids through the eye into their brain. Kid 3 accidentally cuts their arm on a paper cutter, and the kid 2 can't take the pressure of being one of the final 2 and has a brain aneurysm. This leaves the little one kid at the end of the day. They leave school with no problems whatsoever. No catastrophes, no surprises. They get in their mother's car and drove home with no issues. It is not until I'm home later that day I get that damn news on my broadcast TV. A man drug-addicted rage broke into a family's home, killing everyone in the house with a rifle. Amongst the victims were a husband, a wife, and their child. And that child was the kid 1. No matter what I do, the cycle will continue again and again. Many readers of this may chalk me up as some unsympathetic based on the ways I describe the situation. But truthfully, that is far from reality, as one could go. It's painful to watch all my students go out in such a cartoonish, initially horrid ways. I could barely sleep and got 7 times I got stuck in the cycle. After that, my grief for the children never went away. I just got tired. I can't really imagine how anyone being anything other than tired, trying to see after children each die every day, with no way to help them, and with nobody out there to actually help or do something about it. For the past few months, I have just gotten exhausted from this curse. to the point where all I can really say is wait and see what they'll actually stop. Dear God, I hope it does. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.